Hey everybody, welcome back to the restaurant experience. Today we are making
tomahawk ribeye.
I wanted to say Flintstone steak.
Well, yeah, it's a Flintstone steak. All right, how about that? A Flintstone steak. And
mac and cheese.
Boom.
And broccoli.
That's right. Roasted broccoli. So let's get started. Okay, so it's time for us to make our mac and cheese sauce. We're gonna start out by melting down the butter. Okay, so we're gonna melt this down in there, let that get good and going so that we can start to make our roux. Now that we got the butter pretty much melted, almost, as you can see, now we're gonna go ahead and add the flour, and I'm gonna whisk. Okay, that's all. Now we're gonna get ready to add the milk. When it gets to that nutty smell is when we slowly add milk. Okay. Good. Now we're gonna let that heat up a bit. Okay, so this is great. Usually right around this point, got it nice and hot. I'm gonna keep whisking, and what we've got here is we've got pecorino cheese with truffle. We've got Parmesan cheese. On the bottom there, we've got sharp cheddar. It's very important that you use the sharp cheddar. So we're just gonna go ahead and add this all in while mixing it up. All right, so we've already added our cinnamon, garlic salt, a little bit of pepper for the flavor. The cheese is still melting down. The sauce is still thickening up. Yeah, buddy. Now we're just gonna go ahead and add the sauce over the noodles. Not all of it though, just a little bit. And then you're able to mix it in and mix it all up, you know, just like this. Make sure the cheese gets on the bottom to the noodles on the bottom. Of course, we already boiled these. These noodles have been boiled.
And we season the water.
Oh. Okay, so now for the piss me up. Okay, let's do it again. Ready? Boom. All right, so goodness. All right, I'm back. Now we're gonna put a layer of cheese, Parmesan, and sharp cheddar mix on top, and then we're gonna stick that puppy in the oven. Let's go. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's good and cheesy. I don't know about how many of you guys put a little Parmesan in your mac and cheese, but I'm gonna tell you, I like it. You know, some people say it's too intense of a taste, it's too salty. But to us, we love it. Now you see, I'm trying not to make a mess but I want to get them edges, like so many of you ladies like to do.
Nah, no.
You gotta get the edges. You gotta get the edges. Get the edges. Boom.
Okay, so now we've stuck the mac and cheese inside of the oven. We're just sticking it in there long enough so that the cheese can melt and get a little brown on top. And we have the oven set at 415. All right, guys, now it's time for my favorite part, the steak.
This is the moment you all have been waiting for. Let's get it. I don't know.
Like my arm was shaking. I was sitting there holding it like.
Okay, so I know this thing is intense looking. It is, okay? But it's incredibly flavorful and everyone loves a marbled ribeye. Now, some people like to cook the ribeye without the bone. They'll go ahead and slice that bone off, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna cook this whole puppy the same way we cooked our lamb, our French lamb racks last episode. And if you didn't see that episode, please go check that out. But this is part 2. And I'm even gonna leave this little fat cap right here. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna leave that on there. That's flavor, okay? That's flavor. That's gonna maintain moisture. And we're gonna sear this puppy on a cast iron skillet, you know what I mean? And once we do that, we are going to stick that baby in the oven. So we're gonna sear both sides, and then we're gonna bring the internal temperature up in the oven. So it's crisp, but it's medium well, and it's juicy, all right? Now what we're gonna do is we always like to season our steak with a little bit of little olive oil, and really I do that just so the seasoning sticks. So go ahead, coat that, right? Then we're gonna take some sea salt. And I'm gonna be honest with you, you can never have too much sea salt. Right? Little sea salt, and some might say that this is wild. I like a little coating of garlic powder. I do. Just a little garlic powder. And I like a little pepper. Now I always give that a little pat. Just go ahead and pat that right there. Flip that baby over. Do the same on the other side. Gonna go ahead and add some sea salt. You can use coarse salt, sea salt, kosher salt. I like the thicker pieces. A little bit of that. A little bit of pepper. Pat that puppy. Gotta pat that puppy, man. Gotta pat that puppy. Now that we got our pan all hot, you already know, olive oil, olive oil, olive oil. Yeah, buddy, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna sear. Make sure you got good little contact. My goodness, it smells glorious. See that smoke? Look at that crust. Look at the crust. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and let some of that fat on the sides render. Hold it up. Okay, so time to put the ribeye steak in the oven. I got both sides seared up nicely. All right, so before I put it in the oven, I gotta throw in some butter. Okay, we're gonna throw in some butter. All right, we're gonna let that melt down a little bit. Okay. And we're gonna take some garlic cloves. You know, I'm gonna go ahead, get those a little crushed. We're gonna peel those, throw those in there. Get that flavor out of there. And you know what? We'll go ahead and get some more butter too while we're at it. When it starts to melt like that, what you want to do is just go ahead and start basting it. So we got the oven at 415. It's time to go ahead and put the steak in the oven. Let's go. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. In you go.
Okay, so last but not least, we are going to be seasoning up our broccoli before we stick it inside of the oven as well. So I'm just gonna, if it will come out, sprinkle a light coating. Again, 1 shot of vodka, of some lemon pepper, and also some garlic salt. Trying to make sure I spread it evenly throughout the pan. Alrighty, so now I'm just going to be sticking these in the oven. But y'all, for real, we gonna eat this steak, we gonna eat this mac and cheese, and we gonna turn on some Housewives of Potomac because it's heating up. And if you ain't watching it, I don't know what you're doing on your Sunday nights, but yeah, it needs to be on. The sponsor should we even be saying that? Like, they need to cut us a check because how much we be watching and analyzing the episodes for real. I even called my mama just to get her take on it. So after we done, but yeah, that is what we gonna be doing.
But in all seriousness, guys, I'm not gonna hold it, man. The show is actually pretty entertaining. You know, at first it was just something she was watching and I'd be like, oh, what are you watching? What are these reality shows? And then I happened to be in the room while it was on and everything one day, and I was doing my little one too, and I caught myself kind of tuning in. It was kind of funny. I'm like, this is kind of good.
It was so funny because he knew what was going on even without watching it because I was like giving him a play-by-play.
Every morning she'd give me a play-by-play. Like, okay, so this is one character, right? And I'm like, what? Who is this? Man, we look greasy on the screen.
It's the lighting because I am not greasy.
Man, it was hot out there today. We were sweating.
Okay, but I'm not greasy though.
But just like that other episode today, I'm not actually. We'll leave it there.